Good evening, guys. I just finished putting up the second wall pack, or sorry, floodlight for the 100 watt mercury vapor floods that I got. I showed you on previous videos. I have a third one, and I'm debating on putting it back here or not. I don't think it really needs it after this. I'm actually blown away by how bright these lights are. Of course, this thing always makes it a little bit brighter than it actually is, so that's about what it looks like. So, I'm blown away by these mercury vapor floods. This is actually insane. Um, they're 100 watt bulbs with the ballasts. They probably use like 120 watts. So it's like a 240 watt fixture. And they are way, way brighter than a 175 watt mercury vapor bucket or area light, by far, actually. Um, I think part of the reason is because of the reflectors. Even though the area light has more, 360-degree spread. So if I put it in the center like I did on a pole right here, the area would be lit up all around. The floodlights just get deeper penetration. So I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. I used to have a 100 watt mercury vapor fixture on the back of the barn, right there, so I didn't really have to do much wiring for that. This one I had to run a wire from here along the framing of the barn, and right over here there's like a loft that you can climb up to where you store hay and stuff like that. And I ran the wiring through there, drilled a hole in the back of the boards, and of course, mounted the fixture. And the wire right here actually plugs into a outlet. It's just temporary. What I'm going to do is continue the wire up here along the framing, and I'm going to run it down into the workshop, and I'm going to run it off of a light switch. And I'm going to run it through the outlet still. I'm going to run the power from the outlet to the light switch to the lights. And the reason why I'm combining the lights with the outlet is because I don't use 1500 or 1600 watts through my power outlets. And B, the power outlets are separated through two breakers, so I got 3 power outlets through 15 amp, 3 more through 15 amp, so, it doesn't matter if I run it through the power outlets or not. If I really wanted to, I guess I could run it to the box, because the box is like another 30 feet away, but it's really not worth the effort of doing that, so... But I'm going to put it on a light switch in the workshop, so that way when I'm in the workshop, I can turn it on or off if I want. But yeah, they are very bright. As you can see, the light is a little green, like it usually is, even with the DX coated bulb. These lights are actually more pure white in person. The first fixture actually had a Sylvania bulb in it. The second fixture, the bulb was already screwed into the fixture, and it didn't have that little cardboard carton on the bulb, and it was a sunlight bulb. Now, these fixtures, the person said that they were brand new in the box. However, both boxes were opened and they were taped. The fixtures did have the original packaging on them. They looked like they were never used. They even had the cardboard on the little screw mounts, so I'm not sure why one had a Sylvania bulb, one had a sunlight Chinese bulb in there, so that was interesting. And another interesting thing is, you may not be able to see this on camera, but I can. This light over here is a little more white, and this one is a little more pinkish green, so very, very slightly different. And that's the sunlight bulb, and that's the Sylvania bulb. Another thing I noticed is this light seems brighter than that light. Again, I did look at the sunlight bulb, and I did look at the arc tube, and it was not used, so it is a brand new bulb. Now, I don't know why one light seems a little brighter than the other, because if I stand in the middle of both lights, the exact middle, and I look at my shadows, the shadow is darker on this side and a little bit lighter on that side, which means the light is not as bright from one fixture to another. So not sure why that is. I need to get my lux meter out and actually verify that. But till then, I think one fixture is not as bright as the other one. So it could be also that that fixture is turned slightly to the right. Anyway, as you can see, it lights up everything back here. And I'm very pleased with this. These are actually brighter than that high pressure sodium light on the pole over here. This HPS light is, of course, like 25 feet up in the air. But if I even the distance to myself between that HPS and this mercury vapor, the shadow from the HPS is just barely noticeable. And the shadow from the mercury vapor is very dark. So you can see the shadow over here versus the shadow over there. So that 100 watt HPS, I mean, in a pitch black area, when your eyes adjust, you can, of course, see the orange, you know, even out in the field if you wanted to down there. But yeah, like I said, this area was just not lit up very well. And I'm still clearing it. As you can see, the leaves are gone. I still have to continue blowing them down the pile or down the hill. I've cut most of the trees and debris right here. I still have to clean that over there. A few little piles here and there. And then comes the fun part of finding every little tiny stump from every little thumb-sized tree in here, because I don't want the horse to hurt themselves when I do build a fence in here. There's still a pile of junk right here that I need to clean up. And there's a bunch of trees over here. These all need cut, these small little things. I do want to cut these big trees away from the barn, but they're too big, and they're leaning towards the barn. So same with these trees right here, that one, that one, that one. They're small, I can cut them easily, but they're all leaning towards the barn. And the reason why was because prior, when I cut all this stuff in here, it was pitch black and plants grow towards the light, so all the trees leaned over the barn basically. And that's not good, so that all needs to go away. No more trees up against the barn. I don't know why the previous owners allowed that shit. This used to be cleared out. There's actually old fencing in here. There's a pole for it right there. This was all cleared out at one point. And lazy ass people who own houses like this, I just don't understand why they even buy something like this, because they just destroy the property. They let everything go to shit. Everything is overgrown, and of course I have to do all the work. So back to lights. Yeah, these floods are amazing. So let me know what you guys think. Again, it's funny because these bulbs are only 4,300 lumens, but you got to remember, lumens doesn't mean anything. It's the lux that matters. And remember, on my previous video, when I measured the lux on these things, they were, I think, 34 or 35 lux with the cover on, and they were like 39 lux without the cover. So that's equivalent to a 175 mercury vapor bucket light or a 100 HPS bucket light. So that's pretty bright for a 100 watt mercury vapor, considering they're pretty inefficient. So those reflectors on those floods are doing a great job. So now, before I let you guys go, what should I do with the corner right here? Should I put the third flood there, or should I just leave it with these two? Because I do plan on putting another fixture over here. Let me walk to this first area first. Again, up here. See, I don't think I need the third flood right there, because clearly you can see all the corner, the whole corner right here. You can see the gate. The high pressure, God damn it, this phone adjusted the brightness again. There we go. So you can still see the gate. The high pressure sodium is, 40 feet away from it. The 100 mercury vapor, the light is pretty much over here as well. So I don't really need the light there. So I'm thinking of saving that flood for another project. Now, over here is the conundrum. And I want your guys' honest opinion, because I don't want to be an asshole neighbor. But it is my property. the problem with this property that I have is it used to be 21 acres, and you can see all this, the tree limbs and the stuff over here. It's starting to get dark over here, and this is what my question is going to be. The problem is this property used to be 21 acres, and all of this area over here, which is black, my property only goes about maybe another 50 feet from where I'm standing, 50 to 60 feet from where I'm standing, maybe a little bit more. And then you got the neighbor's property. And it's weird the way they subdivided this, because with my 14 acres, I have like 9 acres on the other side of my house, all wooded. So why would you subdivide the property on the side of the barn, which is the functional part of the property where you need the acreage? So do you see what I'm saying? Basically, I have no acreage where the barn is, and the only acreage I have is the 0.5 that I'm clearing right now, the 1.5 in the fenced-in area right here, the riding ring, and then behind the riding ring I have 2 acres of trees that I need to knock down, because again, that all used to be cleared out. I see the old fencing in there, but 30 years of neglect from previous owners, all of those poplar trees, they just regrew. Poplar grows extremely fast. They just regrew, and now I have to clear the whole fucking woods again. So basically, I only have 4 acres for the barn. That's it. And in order to utilize the other 9 acres over there, I have to cut through the septic field. I know, it's weird. I have to cut through the septic field, make a fence that's only like maybe 30 feet wide, and then I can go around that into the other acreage. It's stupid the way they subdivided this. I have no idea why they did that. But my question is this, because I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I have ADD or whatever, so I have issues when it comes to that. Now, my question is this. As you can see, you can barely see my hand, actually, so you can't see. As you can see, the area over here is extremely dark. Yes, I can see, if I focus my eyes, but it's dark. The fence is going to be, you can't even see where it's going to be, but it's going to come along up in here, and it's going to come around, and it's going to connect to the riding ring. So this area is dark, but like I said, 50 feet, 60 feet, whatever, over there is the neighbor's property, and their house is pretty close. I would say their house is probably a football field away. What should I put on this? This is a horse overhang. It's like a little walkout from the stalls. You may not be able to see it. But this is like a open area where the horses can get to. And maybe I can make the picture brighter. No, I guess I can't. Well, anyway, this is an open area, and this whole area needs to be lit up. But I don't know if I should put that 100-watt flood right here. And if I do, maybe I should put a clear bulb in there, so it's not like a bright white light, and it's more of that greenish light. Or should I put the 70-watt HPS wall pack that I have, that I showed in a previous video, that I got at the Restore for like $5, I think. If I do that, the orange light shouldn't be too bad for the neighbors. So basically, I'll have another orange wall pack like the ones over here in front of the barn. And you can see these wall packs are pretty bright, so they will light up that area perfectly. But again, wall packs are kind of like floods, so even with the diffuser, it's going to be kind of shining over there at their house. Or should I put motion sensor lights? So that way, when I walk over here, the light will come on, and then depending if I put it on 1 minute or 5 minutes or whatever, the light will turn off. So that's my conundrum here. That, or put a bucket light on one of these trees. But if I put a bucket light, I'm going to have to buy like 150 feet of cable, bury the cable, and I'm tired of doing that. So I just want to put something on this overhang right here because I already have power going to it. So let me know what you guys think, and please be honest. Should I basically say, I don't give a fuck about the neighbors. Should I put the 100 watt flood there, except point it down a little bit more and put the green bulb in there, the clear bulb, so it's not so glary? Or should I put the 70 watt wall pack, like one of these right there? Or should I put a motion sensor and put like maybe not floodlights, but like dimmer lights in there, just enough to light it up, but not enough to make it, crazy? Because the problem with these floodlights is, as you'll see, look how bright that is. So that's a conundrum. Put the floods in there with LED lights, the motion sensors that will blind you, the wall pack, or the mercury vapor flood with a DX bulb, or sorry, with a clear bulb. Let me know what you guys think. And again, sorry for a 15-minute long video, but please, again, should I be the dick neighbor, or should I be the neighbor that kind of, doesn't shine light into people's living rooms? Anyway, thanks a lot.